And Jacob deceived Laban by not telling him that he intended to leave, and he slipped away secretly. Y'all think Laban finna sit back and let him take his daughters and what he thinks belongs to him, though they are streaked, speckled, and spotted? Oh, this not finna go by easily. Now you have done a foolish thing and behaving like this. It is in my power to harm you. But the Yah of your father spoke to me last night. Laban got some nerve. After all you've done to Jacob, this man stole his wages, made him sleep with the woman he did not want, then made him work even more to get the woman that he did want. Yah has seen my affliction and humiliation and the exhausting labor of my hands. So he rendered judgment and rebuked you last night. Y'all gotta understand, this is built up. Jacob is sick, he's through. So now he's crashing out. Like he's trying to be respectful, but he's starting to crash out. Welcome back, family, to yet another Bible study. We are continuing in the book of Genesis. Now I gotta first of all apologize because I messed up. I was supposed to record the last episode because I did do one last Sunday. I do these in my Discord live at 12 p.m. Pacific time every Sunday. And if you guys want to be here live, you guys can be here live, but I forgot to hit my record button. So I kind of held an L on that one. But we covered the amazing story of Isaac and Rebekah giving birth to Jacob and Esau, and the war that was going on within her womb, and the angel appearing, speaking to Rebekah, and just telling her that her youngest son was going to be over her oldest son. And man, we watched Jacob have to leave his home, and because he tricked his dad into giving him the blessing instead of Esau. Then he gets hustled and tricked by Laban. Then he ends up marrying the wrong woman. Like that whole chapter, that whole part was just absolutely insane. And I'm sorry that I wasn't able to record it. So we are finna jump into chapter 31. We're starting from here. This is Jacob trying to leave his uncle Laban and get his own, because this man has so many kids. He has so much wealth and all this other. He needs his own space, man. He got like four wives. Like, this man needs his own space now. So make sure you drop a like. Make sure y'all drop a comment and share this with other people who are trying to take the journey on reading the word from the beginning all the way to the end. So let's get into today's Bible study. Jacob leaves secretly from Canaan. Jacob heard that Laban's sons were saying, Jacob has taken away everything that was our father's and from what belonged to our father. He has acquired all this wealth and honor. Jacob noticed a change in the attitude of Laban and saw that it was not friendly toward him as before. Then the Lord said to Jacob, return to the land of your fathers and to your people, and I will be with you. So Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to his flock in the field. And he said to them, I see a change in your father's attitude, that he is not friendly towards me as he was before. But the Yah of my father, Isaac, has been with me. You know that I have served your father with all my strength. Yet your father has cheated me as often as possible and changed my wages 10 times. But Yah did not allow him to hurt me. If he said the speckled shall be your wages, then the entire flock gave birth to speckled young. And if he said the streaked shall be your wages, the entire flock gave birth to streaked young. Thus Yah has taken away the flocks of your father and given them to me. And it happened at the time when the flock conceived that I looked up and saw in a dream that the rams which mated with the female goats were streaked, spotted, and spotted. And the angel of Yah said to me in a dream, Jacob. And I said, here I am. He said, look up and see all the rams which are mating are streaked, speckled, and spotted, for I have seen all that Laban has been doing to you. I am the Yah Bethel, where you anointed the pillar, and where you made a vow to me. Now stand up, leave this land, and return to the land of your birth. Rachel and Leah answered him, is there still any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not counted by him as foreigners? For he sold us to you in marriage. and has also entirely used up our purchase price. Surely all the riches which Yah has taken from our father are ours and our children's. Now then, whatever Yah has told you to do it. I mean, dang. They out too. They say, hey, look, he sold us to you a minute ago. So if Yah's on your side and you getting all he got, you got it all. So we with you. I don't know what else to tell you. Laban, Papa, Father, we out of here. Then Jacob stood and took action, put his children and his wives on camels, and he drove away all his livestock and took along all his property which he had acquired, the livestock he had obtained and accumulated in Paddan Aram, to go to his father Isaac in the land of Canaan. When Laban had gone to shear his sheep, Rachel went inside the house and stole her father's household gods. And Jacob deceived Laban, the Aryan Syrian, by not telling him that he intended to leave, and he slipped away secretly. So he fled with everything that he had and got up and crossed the river Euphrates and set his face toward the hill country of Gilead, east of the Jordan River. Laban pursues Jacob. Y'all think Laban finna sit back and let him take his daughters and what he thinks belongs to him, though they are streaked, speckled, and spotted? Oh, this not finna go by easily. On the third day after his departure, Laban was told that Jacob had fled. So he took his relatives with him and pursued him for 7 days, and they overtook him in the hill country of Gilead. Yah came to Laban the Aryan in a dream in night and said to him, be careful that you do not speak to Jacob either good or bad. Then Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent on the hill, and Laban with his relatives camped on the same hill as Gilead. Then Laban said to Jacob, what do you mean by deceiving me and leaving me without my knowledge and carrying off my daughters as if they were captives of the sword? Why did you run away secretly and deceive me and not tell me? So that otherwise I might have sent you away with joy and with songs, with music on the tambourine and lyre. And why did you not allow me to kiss my grandchildren and daughters goodbye? Now you have done a foolish thing in behaving like this. It is in my power to harm you. But the Yah of your father spoke to me last night, saying, be careful not to speak to Jacob, either good or bad. I'm going to be real. Laban got some nerve. After all you've done to Jacob, this man stole his wages, made him sleep with the woman he did not want, then made him work even more to get the woman that he did want, then stole the cattle and took them a 3 days journey when they made a deal. And Laban has the nerve to feel some type of way? Oh, okay. He said, now I suppose you felt you must go because you were homesick for your father's house and family. But why did you steal my household gods? Y'all know Jacob is confused. He like, what? I don't even believe in your gods. What are you talking about? Jacob answered Laban, I left secretly because I was afraid, for I thought you would take your daughters away from me by force. The one with whom you find your God shall not live. In the presence of our relatives, search my possessions and point out whatever you find that belongs to you and take it. For Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen the idols. So Laban went into Jacob's tent and into Leah's tent and into the tent of two maids, but he did not find them. Then he came out of Leah's tent and entered Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the household idols and put them in the camel's saddlebag and sat on them. Laban searched through all her tent but did not find them. So Rachel said to her father, do not be displeased, my lord, that I cannot rise before you. For the manner of woman is on me and I am unwell. That just means that she on that time of the month is Shark Week. Yeah, she can't get up. So, yeah. He searched further but did not find the household idols. Then Jacob became angry and argued with Laban. And he said to Laban, what is my fault? What is my sin that I pursued, that you pursued me like this? Although you have searched through all my possessions, what have you found on your household goods? Put it here before my relatives and your relatives so that they may decide who has done right between the two of us. These 20 years I have been with you, your ewes and your female goats have not lost their young, nor have I eaten the rams of your flocks. Did I not bring you the torn carcasses of the animals attacked by predators? I personally took the loss. You required of me to make good everything that was stolen, whether it occurred by day or night. This was my situation by day. The heat consumed me, and by night the cold, and I could not sleep. These 20 years I have been in your house. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters and 6 years for my share of your flocks. And you have changed my wages 10 times. If the Yah of my father, the Yah of Abraham, the feared one of Isaac, had not been with me, most certainly you would have sent me away, now empty-handed. Yah has seen my affliction and humiliation and the exhausting labor of my hands. So he rendered judgment and rebuked you last night. The covenant of mispass. Y'all gotta understand, this is built up. Jacob is sick. He's through. Like when he's trying to be respectful, he's looking at you like a father figure, and Laban is just, he's a snake. He's one of those people that just, he cheats people. He does not care. He doesn't care. Jacob is sick of it. So now he's crashing out. Like he's trying to be respectful, but he's starting to crash out. Laban answered Jacob, these women that you married are my daughters. These children are my grandchildren. These flocks are from my flocks, and all that you see here is mine. But what can I do today to these my daughters, or to their children to whom they have given birth? This is where he's wrong. See, this is the thing about Laban. His problem is that everything that he sees is his. He said, your flock is from my flock. See, Jacob was out there working that flock. And remember, Yah had already made a promise to Jacob, to Isaac, to Abraham. I will bless those that bless you and curse those that curse you. Everything that they touch will be fruitful, will have fertility, will bring life. This is why Laban worked him like that, because he saw that God was with him. So he worked him and cheated him. And now he's still cocky, still selfish. Oh, it's mine, it's mine. Okay. So come now. Let us make a covenant, you and I. Let it serve as a witness between you and I. So Jacob took a stone and set it up as a memorial pillar. Jacob said to his relatives, gather stones, and they took stones and made a mound of stones. And they ate a ceremonial meal together there on the Mount of Stones. Laban called it Jagar, Sahadatha, stone monument of testimony in Aramaic. But Jacob called it Galeed. Laban said, this mountain of stones is a witness, a reminder of the oath taken today between you and I. Therefore, he also called the name Galeed and Mizpah. For Laban said, may the Lord watch between you and me when we are absent from one another. If you should mistreat, humiliate, oppress my daughters, or if you should take other wives beside my daughters, although no one is with us as a witness, see and remember, Yah is witness between you and me. Laban said to Jacob, look at this mound of stones and look at this pillar which I have set up between you and me. This mound is a witness, and this pillar is a witness that I will not pass by this mound to harm you, and that you will not pass by this mound and this pillar to harm me. The Yah of Abraham, your father, and the Yah of Nahor, my father, and the Yah of the image of worship of their father, judge between us. But Jacob swore only by the one true God, the fear of his father Isaac. This is now while while Laban is trying to get him like, so look, we gonna say that your God is a witness, my father's God is a witness, his father's God is a witness, and then the images in my house, those are witnesses, and all like the things that the trinkets I got, those are all witnesses that you won't cross. Now, mind you, they're taking this oath. Now, while Laban is taking all these random oaths, Jacob is standing firm on what he said. I'm taking this oath to my God. One. Just one. The one true God. I'm not taking all these other oaths that you're talking about. Just my God. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But I'm only taking oath to my God. Then Jacob offered a sacrifice to the Lord on the mountain and called his relatives to the meal. And they ate food and spent the night on the mountain. Early in the morning, Laban got up and kissed his grandchildren and his daughters goodbye and pronounced a blessing, asking Yah's favor on them. Then Laban left and returned home. Y'all got to think, man, he did all of this. He did all of this. He cheated a man out of wages. He made him marry his first daughter, and he didn't want her at all. And then Leah ends up being embarrassed for a long time and humiliated because, mind you, you're married to a man that doesn't want you because he tricked you. He told you to do something, and you knew that he didn't want you. And so now they have this ceremony, and Jacob is mad, and he's like, I don't even want this woman. I don't know what y'all celebrating for. Then he finally gets the woman that he does want, and you best believe that he's not with Leah. He don't want to be with her, but he has an obligation to her, but he don't want to be with her, and they can see it. He walking around town with Rachel holding her hand. This is all because of Laban, because of his schemes that he wants to do against his own nephew, which is crazy. It's his nephew. He's cheating his own family. But that's just the type of person that he is. And then he feels some type of way when Jacob is sick of it after 20 plus years of being cheated. He has the nerve to feel some type of way and be aggressive and chase him down. And then tell him, I could do something to you. How could you? How could you? How could you? You don't think that you haven't done enough? Okay. Jacob's fear of Esau. Now this is where it get good. Now y'all might have all forgot about Esau. But remember, Jacob's going back to his hometown. His brother's there. If his brother's there, that means he got a hope. After 20-something years, his brother not still mad. Then as Jacob went on his way, the angels of God met him to reassure and protect him. When Jacob saw them, he said, this is Yah's camp. So he named that place Mahanaim, double camps. Then Jacob sent messengers ahead of him to his brother Esau in the land of Seir, the country of Edom. He commanded them, saying, this is what I say to my lord Esau. Your servant, Jacob, says this. I have been living temporarily with Laban and have stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, male servants, and female servants, and I have sent this message to tell you, my lord, so that I may find grace and kindness in your sight. The messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we went to your brother Esau, and now he is coming to meet you, and there are 400 men with him. Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people who were with him, and the flocks and herds and camels into two groups. And he said, if Esau comes to one camp and attacks it, then the other camp, which is left, will escape. Jacob said, O Yah of my father Abraham, and Yah of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, return to your country and to your people, and I will make you prosper. I am unworthy of all the loving kindness and compassion, of all the faithfulness which you have shown to your servant, with only my staff. Long ago, I crossed over this Jordan, and now I have become blessed and increased into these two groups of people. Save me, please, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, that he will come and attack me and the mothers with the children. Attacking the kids is messed up, but attacking him, some people don't forgive nor forget. Okay, so you cheat your brother out of something, and then you leave, And you assuming that this then boiled over after 20 something years. Like maybe he not mad no more. And you, Lord, said, I will certainly make you prosper and make your descendants as numerous as the sand of the sea, which is too great to be counted. So Jacob spent the night there. Then he selected a present for his brother Esau from the livestock he had acquired. 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 ewes, 20 rams, 30 milking camels with their colts, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 2 donkey colts. He put them into the care of his servants, every herd by itself, and said to his servants, Go on ahead of me, and put an interval of space between the individual herds. Then he commanded the one in front, saying, When Esau, my brother, meets you and asks to whom you belong and where you are going, or whose are the animals in front of you, then you shall say, They are your servant Jacob's. They are a gift sent to my lord Esau, and he also is behind us. And so Jacob commanded the 2 and the third as well, and all that followed the herd, saying, This is what you shall say to Esau when you meet him. You shall say, Look, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said to himself, I will try to appease him with the gift that is going ahead of me. Then afterward, I will see him. Perhaps he will accept and forgive me. So the gift of herds of livestock went on ahead of him, and he himself spent that night back in the camp. But he got up the same night and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 children, and waded over the ford of Jabbok. Then he took them and sent them across the brook, and he also sent across wherever he went, wherever he had. I mean, this is, man, you're really not sure. You're really just not. When you know you do somebody wrong, man, you don't know if that person's gonna forgive you. You can only trust Yah's word, but we're still human. Our emotions get the better of us. We hear what Yah said, but our emotions, it gets the better of us. You can hear, he heard God's voice clear, but he's still like, but my brother's my brother though. I hear you, but my brother's my brother. What happened if my brother does like you said this, and then he does the opposite, not understanding when God is sending protection, you're protected. When he tells you you're going to do something, you're going to do it. You don't have to worry about your protection. You're going to do exactly what he said you're going to do. But he can't believe that because he's human. And our emotions lead. Instead of letting God be the head, our emotions become ahead of us. So he's doing all of these small things. He's doing all these things that God didn't tell him to do. He's coming up with all these schemes to win his brother over instead of just let Yah do what Yah does. If he told you something, it's probably because if he's sending you somewhere, it's probably because not even probably, it's because he already has it worked out. He already has it worked out. So you don't have to worry. You just got to do what he's telling you to do. But we'll come up with these little bitty schemes. And he's just watching us like, he doing all of this, and I already got this worked out. He's doing all of this extra stuff. I just told him to do one thing. He's doing all this extra stuff, and I didn't tell him to do this. But I'll allow it because when he sees that I've already worked it out, he'll realize that all of this was pointless. Jacob wrestles. So Jacob was left alone, and a man came and wrestled with him until daybreak. When the man saw that he had not prevailed against Jacob, he touched his hip joint, and Jacob's hip was dislocated as he wrestled with him. Then he said, "Let me go, for day is breaking." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you declare a blessing on me." So he asked him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel. For you have struggled with Yah and with men and have prevailed." Then Jacob asked him, "Please tell me your name." But he said, "Why is it that you ask my name?" And he declared a blessing of the covenant promises on Jacob there. So Jacob named the place Peniel, the face of God, saying, for I have seen God face to face, yet my life has not been snatched away. Now the sun rose on him as he passed Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. Therefore, to this day, the Israelites did not eat the tendon of the hip, which is on the socket of the thigh, because he touched the socket of Jacob's thigh by the tendon on the hip. That's one heck of a story to tell your grandkids. Yeah, one night I was scared of my brother, and a man came, and I didn't know who it was, and yeah, we just started wrestling. We was fighting, and then the man said, "Hey man, look, let me go. Like it's over, it's done. Day was breaking. We had enough fun. That's it." He said, "No sir, no sir. I know I feel something from you. You're not regular. There's something about you that is no. I'm not letting you go until you put a blessing on me, until you bless me." That he wouldn't let go. He's holding on so tight to him that he had to touch his hip and knock his hip out of socket, like dislocate it, and knock it out of socket, because he would not let go. Even then, he still wouldn't let go. His faith is so strong that God said that he asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Jacob." He said, "No, no more. Your name is Israel now." His name changed because of his faith. His faith. Remember, Abraham's name was changed from Abram to Abraham because of his faith. And now Jacob's name is being changed from Jacob to Israel because of his faith. His faith that if I hold on, I'll be blessed. Nose a little juicy. I say, how many of us would hold on so much to where God has to dislocate an arm, dislocate a hip, dislocate a joint to get us off of him because of our faith in him, because of how strongly we're holding on to him. And he can feel it to where our faith is so strong that he has now changed us because of our faith. It's unwavering, it's unshaking. Now, mind you, he's going through it. He's in a situation so deep, he knows I have messed up with my brother. Look, I need you to bless me. So when your life is not going the way that you think it should be going, it's not going the way that you planned it to be going, or you feel like you're at your lowest of lows, hold on to God and don't let go. Don't let go until he bless you. The blessing is yours. Stop letting go. Don't let go. Stop being like, "Oh man, I'm going through, man, God not with me." No, he there. He's there. He's there. You just keep letting him go. You pray a couple of times, you call on him a couple of times, and then when things don't go your way, you mean, he ain't answering me. He ain't answering me. You better stop letting go until he bless you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Y'all ain't hearing me. Hold on. Genesis 33. Jacob meets Esau. Then Jacob looked up and he saw Esau coming with 400 men. Woo! It might be over, playboy. It might be over. He got 400. I don't think Jacob has 400 men. He's wondering why he got 400 though. Why he got the YG 400? Why he got that on him? So he divided the children among Leah and Rachel and the two maids. He put the maids, their children, in front, Leah and her children after them, and Rachel and Joseph last of all. Then Jacob crossed over the stream ahead of them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, bowing and moving forward each time. until he approached his brother. But Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and hugged his neck and kissed him, and they wept for joy. Imagine being scared, terrified to meet your brother. This person that you wronged. And instead of them hating you, instead of them wanting revenge, you see that they have missed you. They embrace you, they kiss you, they hold you, they're crying to see you. So a lot of y'all that are watching, you probably got some bad blood that you think is between you and somebody else. Person probably miss you, haven't talked to you in a while. You either feel like you wronged them or they wronged you. It could be with a father, mother, cousin, auntie, anybody, grandmother. If God is sending you back and God is sending you to them, do what God is asking. Do what he's asking. Esau looked up and saw the women and the children and said, "Who are these with you?" So Jacob replied, "They are the children whom Yah has graciously given your servant." Then the maids approached with their children, and they bowed down. Leah also approached with her children, and they bowed down. Afterward, Joseph and Rachel approached, and they bowed down. Esau asked, "What do you mean by all this company which I have met?" And he answered, "These are the fine favors in the sight of my Lord." So everything, all the caravans the group that he sent ahead. Remember, he put all these cattle and cows and camels and all of this stuff ahead as gifts to Esau. Esau's asking him, like, what's all this? Like, before I saw you, I saw all this stuff. Like, what was all that for? But Esau said, "I have plenty, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself." Jacob replied, "No, please. If now I have found favor in your sight, then accept my gift as a blessing from my hand. For I see your face as if I had seen the face of Yah. You have received me favorably. Please accept my blessings, which has been brought to you. For Yah has dealt graciously with me, and I have everything that I could possibly want." I don't think y'all understand. He's sending a blessing to Esau, even though Esau already got it. Jacob got it. Whatever he's sending, that's and then some. He got some extra. He's like, "Look, I'm sending this to you because the fact that you even loving me and have favor for and show me favor and it's like just accept my gifts, bro. I know what I did, so I just thank you for like allowing for me to even see you face to face. And this is my gift to you. Accept it. I know you got it, but just accept. This is just extra. This is from me." So Jacob kept urging him, and Esau accepted. Then Esau said, "Let us get started on our journey, and I will go in front of you to lead the way." But Jacob replied, "You know my love. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice." Got a little Jacob and Esau back here right now. He said, "You know, my lord, that the children are frail and need gentle care, and the nursing flocks and herds with young are of concern to me. For if the men should drive them hard for a single day, all the flocks would die. Please let my lord go on ahead of us, go on ahead of his servant, and I will move on slowly, governed by the pace of the livestock that are in front of me, and according to the endurance of the children, until I come to my lord and Seir and Edom." Y'all is acting up. Be nice. Don't be kicking your sister. Be nice. I done lost my place. Where was I at? Until I come to my lord and Seir and Edom. Then Esau said, please let me leave with you some of the people who are with me. But Jacob said, what need is there for it? Let me find favor in the sight of my lord. So Esau turned back toward the south that day on his way to Seir. But Jacob journeyed north to Succoth and built himself a house and made shelter for his livestock. So the name of the place is Succoth, huts, shelters. Jacob settles in Shechem. When Jacob came from Paddan Aram, he arrived safely and in peace at the city of Shechem in the land of Canaan and camped in front of the walled city. Then he bought the piece of land on which he had pitched his tents from the sons of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. There he erected an altar and called it El Elo Israel. This is such a big deal. Forgiveness. We're seeing how would you feel if one of your siblings or family members cheated you out of money, cheated you out of your blessing, cheated you out of a relationship, cheated you out of funds, cheated you out of a car, cheated you out of a job? A lot of us will be seeking revenge, but Jacob isn't. Esau isn't. Jacob had to trust Yah that he's being brought back to a place where he's not sure if he's going to make it back. He's not sure if he's going to make it there. So he's coming up with all these schemes and plans, scared. But Yah sent him on a journey and a mission. Our job isn't to be scared when God sends us somewhere. When God is making it evident that this is what he wants from us, we do it. Like, we don't need to ask questions. We don't need to be afraid. We don't need to have fear. He's sending us to go do something, so we have to just do it. No matter what we feel, it's what we're being led to do. Because when God sends us somewhere, it could be a job where you feel like you're not good enough for, right? You might have applied to this job before and you didn't get it. And then God tells you to apply again. And because the last time you applied could have been 6 months ago, there was a specific manager that was there. He moved that manager out there at that place. Or there was a job, or that job position was held by somebody else. He opened up another job for this person in another city that was closer to their home. So now when you reapplied, now that person reads your resume and they're like, whoa, wow, this person is really qualified. You don't know what Yah is doing. But when he sends you somewhere, we cannot be led by fear. We can't be led by fear. And another thing, we cannot let our lives be controlled by unforgiveness, frustration, anger, being pissed. And I'm not saying that you have to allow a person back into your life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you don't allow yourself to be controlled by it, weighed down by it. A cup of water, if I hold this cup in my hand and I hold my arm straight out, this cup has not changed. No, there's no water was added, no nothing. This is tea. Nothing was added. I just hold this cup up like this. Now, in the first probably 30 minutes, I could just hold my arm up like this and I'll be fine. But after an hour, my arm's going to start getting tired. After 2 hours, my arm's going to start shaking. After 3, I'm probably going to drop my arm. Mind you, it's the same weight. It hasn't changed. It's just that the longer you hold on to something, eventually it starts to wear down your strength. And nothing's changed because you haven't changed on the inside. Harboring unforgiveness in your heart, harboring anger in your heart, harboring disdain in your heart, it can weigh you down. And it can stop what is supposed to be Imagine Esau not being able to see his nieces and nephews. Imagine you not being able to bond with your family because you're still holding on to something that they did a long time ago. You have no clue if what God has been doing in their life and how God has been working on them. The person that you once knew before, the Jacob that we saw leave, the one that stole the blessing, is not the same person that he is coming back. He's not the same person. He's had things be stolen from him now. He stole something, and now a family member does the same exact thing to him. Cheats him out of the woman that he wants, cheats him out of his wages, cheats him out of his own labor, cheats him out of his livestock, and then threatens him. But Yah had already protected him. He went to Laban in a dream, and he said, hey, you better not touch him. That's all I know. Watch what you say, too, because I'm there, playboy. Because God is always moving. You don't know what God is doing. You don't know what changes he's already making, what plan he's already. So if he sent you to do something, clear your heart. Make sure you're not holding on to old stuff and harboring old stuff. Make sure you don't have unforgiveness in your heart so that God can bless you. I have truly enjoyed this Bible study. I really have. I've truly enjoyed this Bible study. If you have enjoyed this Bible study and it's touched you in any way, make sure you drop a like, but also share this to somebody. Share it to someone that wants to read the word that you know that might need this and just are trying to get better. Share this to someone. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I thank y'all. I appreciate you. Pray before you go to bed tonight and remember that Yah loves you and I love you.